It's early 1980. I'm in the military. I'm actually going through the processing period of time, going into boot camp. And I remember sitting in a room with 120 other recruits and listening to a guy with a khaki outfit, later I found out was a chief. And he was a personnel man, but he dealt with payroll and things. And he stood in front of the room as an old salty sailor. And he said, "What I think would be best for you is if everybody in the room took $10 every paycheck and put it in the bank. And you will not believe what kind of money you'll have when you get ready to get out of the service after your 2, 4, 6-year stint." So I thought it was interesting. This week's talking about books. So let's talk about a book that goes into the same thing. See, that guy wasn't making it up. He's actually a lot smarter than I give him credit for. Because you know what we did? If we had the extra money, we spent it. Matter of fact, many of us have done that our whole life. Every time we get a pay raise or we get a promotion with more money, we've found ways to spend it. Bigger houses, bigger cars, nicer things. It's crazy. But there's a book out there, and it's called The Richest Man in Babylon, and it talks about a simple task of taking 10% of your check and paying yourself first. Like every time you get paid, most of us set a budget up of some sort, and I can tell you when you're younger, that's probably a pretty loose budget. I want to pay my rent, we're going to pay my car, and I got to pay my insurance, and I got to buy food. Everything else, I can go out and have fun. I can go party, hang out with my buddies, whatever it is I want to do. Maybe go to sporting events, go to concerts, I have fun. It's entertainment. So, but what's interesting is we forget to pay ourselves and we forget to put that money back. And then as we get a little bit older, we may get married. And this doesn't happen to everybody. I'm using me as an example. I didn't know how to do this. I had no clue. And when the guy stood in front of me and said that, I thought, the guy's a blowhard. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But by golly, the guy knew what he was talking about. So in the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, it talks about taking 10% of your pay for 10 years and what are you going to have? Think about what you have at the end of a year, 2 years, 3 years. It's amazing. What if you got in the habit of doing that right now? So it's not taking $150, $200, $300, $400, $500 out of every paycheck right now. It's take a little bit, take 10%, whatever that is. And you can figure that out. If you can't, call me, I'll help you. So this week's about books that give you ideas and things that you could use in your life to help you move forward. I hope you're following me. This is my 3rd or 4th book. I'm going to do one more and then we're going to review the week, and I'm going to talk about how all these books, how great they are. But you know what? If you don't read and you know how, then you may as well be, what do you call that? Illiterate. Use the tools you got. One of your best tools you could ever use in your life is to continue to learn. And you'd be amazed at what you got to learn. And here's what I want you to understand about books. Somebody took their whole lifetime to put it in the pages, and you can read it in a couple hours. And you can take all that knowledge and put it in your brain. Now, how silly are we to not read? So thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.